guys, welcome back to Notes from Josephine. If this is your first time here, welcome. This channel is all about perfume and only perfume. There's no makeup, there's no hair, there's no fashion, just perfume. Affordable perfumes and unique perfumes. Today's video is in collaboration with Fragrancenet.com. If you don't shop there yet, as a perfume lover, you must check it out. They have the best prices, the best selection, from celebrity to designer to niche, that you will find anywhere. I've been shopping with Fragrancenet for, I don't know, 10, 15 years, a long time. Plus they have a lot of samples, a lot of purse-size sprays. So if you're trolling a perfume, if you love to blind buy like I do, but you may not want to spring for an entire bottle, they have options. The thing I might love most about Fragrancenet is that I always know I'm getting the authentic product. There's no copies, there's no dupes. And I've learned this the hard way from other sites. I've ended up with a dupe. I'm not about that. I want the real thing, and I always know I'm going to get it from Fragrancenet. There'll be some links below. Be sure that you check them out and use them in your next perfume purchase. So Fragrancenet has sent me two complimentary perfumes, and I purchased 3 others on my own. So let's jump in. I've been using all of the perfumes, so I've put them up here. I hope I can put my hands on them quickly. They're already blended in with my collection. The first one I want to show you is Poudre by Narciso Rodriguez. Now the bottle alone is gorgeous. This is a huge 5-ounce bottle. The size that I requested was out of stock, and so Fragrancenet generously sent me this huge bottle. But the perfume, just like the color of the bottle, is powdery and sweet and comforting. There's a kind of a white, icy chilliness that I just love about the top note. There's jasmine in here, powder, tonka, vetiver, all of the usual suspects in a great powdery perfume. But after that chilliness, then the perfume changes to more sweet, a lot more powdery, more of the tonka comes out. Reminds me a little bit of a taffy density, if that makes sense. You know, the taffy with the wax paper twisted on each end. If you were to take the pink and the black and somehow combine those together, that's what this smells like to me. A little bit of licorice, but not too much. That fades pretty quick. It also reminds me of the Valentine hearts with the writing on them. Perfectly sweet, perfectly chalky at the same time. This perfume will go anywhere. To the office, it might be the perfect bedtime perfume. And the dry down on my skin reminds me very much of Snuggle fabric softener. So it's just warm and comforting and wonderful. This is Poudre by Narciso Rodriguez. The second perfume that was sent to me from Fragrancenet, I'm trying to keep my hair off my microphone, so that's what's happening here, is Girl of Now by Elie Saab. Have you guys seen this on YouTube as much as I have? Oh my God, I had to know what this was about. Now, I love knowing how it smells on my skin, but when I first tried it on a paper strip, it was very orange heavy. In fact, it reminded me a lot of Amo by Ferragamo. So I was hoping that the orange wouldn't be so strong throughout the development. When I tried it on my skin is when I really got the true nature of the perfume and realized that the orange is more like orange rind. There's a slight bitterness to it that really saves this perfume from becoming too sweet. And the nuttiness, the almond and the pistachio, to my nose plays more like hazelnut. There's a slight chocolatiness to it that's really, really beautiful. This perfume ends up smelling on my skin like a s'more, you know, the graham cracker, the marshmallow, the chocolate, where the marshmallows have been burnt. You let them start on fire, and then you're left with this black crustiness on the outside. That's how this smells as it dries down. I've heard some people complain about the burnt aspect. Where's the name? Come on, love. The burnt aspect of this perfume, but to me, it's that part that makes it fabulous because it cuts through the sweetness and just gives it more interest. It's really beautiful. Yum. This is Girl of Now by Elie Saab. So the first perfume that I bought on my own from Fragrancenet is a very unique and interesting, complete and total blind buy. This is Dalamix Black by Salvador Dali. You guys, I don't even know how I came to discover this perfume. I think I was probably trolling either on Fragrancenet or on Fragrantica. I really just ran across it. But it's awesome. Very, very fruity in the beginning, especially peach. And then some darkness and depth and gothic aspect come into this perfume. It's just really different. At first, when I sprayed this, it reminded me a little bit of Saint by Kat Von D. But then I thought, well, Saint is the good girl version of this perfume, and Dalamix Black is her rebellious best friend. So this smells like fruit in the beginning. Really very fruity. And then there's something about it that gets a little herbal. It reminds me kind of basil pesto in some way. Then it goes to get more, it's very much an autumn perfume because it smells like leaves that have already fallen off the tree. They're on the ground. They might be a little damp, but they have that earthy, ripe feeling to them. And then finally, there's kind of an asphalt note, or like an engine that's running, a motor oil, a rubber tire thing. It's the best combination for the massive fruitiness up top. It's good stuff. Lasting power and sillage is nice on this. And I think I'm going to get a lot of wear out of it, especially in late fall as it gets into winter. This is Dalamix Black by Salvador Dali. The next perfume I bought on my own, actually the next two, are they're both blind buys for me, and they ended up being different than what I thought they would be. I'm still wearing them, I'm still testing them, figuring it out, but here they are. I'll start first with Rose Extase by Ricci. I was very excited about this because I thought, ooh, rose perfume with a raspberry, accent. Who wouldn't love that? Well, what I didn't expect was a raspberry perfume, and the rose was in my imagination. It's just different than what I thought. Now, there's nothing wrong with a raspberry perfume if that is what you're after. It's very sweet, it's very girly, it's very Delina-ish in its feeling. If that's what you're after, that's awesome. It will go anywhere. It'd be great in the office. It's not going to offend anyone. The sillage is pretty powerful in the beginning, but backs off really soon. I was hoping for a little bit more rose. Francis Kirkjohn is the perfumer here. I was hoping for a little more, and to be honest with you, I think Bulgari does a much better job with Rose Essential, using the raspberry and the rose accents together. So I'll keep trying it. We'll see what happens. This is Rose Extase by Ricci. The last perfume, I love Lalique. I just do. Everything I've bought from Lalique, I have really loved. This is Amethyst and the jury is just out on this. I don't know if it's a personality conflict with me, a chemistry conflict with me, but I'm still checking it out. Okay, so this is a berry perfume. I'm not kidding. Like, there's every kind of dark berry that you've ever known in your whole life in here. There's blackberry, there's blackcurrant, there's blueberry, there's strawberry. Good Lord, it's Berry City. Now the top note is fabulous because there's a mint that, it smells like blackberry and mint to me. There's no mint in the perfume, but there is a pepper note that I think might be rising up and making the berry a little more interesting. The mint doesn't last, however, and the berries just get more and more and more pronounced on my skin. And it ends up being a little cloying on me. There's not a lot of woodiness or anything to break that up. In fact, the florals, the peony in particular, come up and actually amp up the berries, in my opinion. I can't imagine an occasion in my life that this would be perfect for, but I can say that the sillage and the lasting power on this are just, they're fabulous, truly, second to none. I know a lot of you love this because you've recommended it to me, and I can see why. It's a pretty interesting composition. I'm just not sure it's going to be a match for me, but I'm going to keep trying it. You never know. This is Amethyst by Lalique. As always, a very beautiful, heavy, great bottle and sprayer. So another thank you to Fragrancenet for collaborating me on today's video, and thanks to all of you for joining me. I'm so glad you were here. As always, smell wonderful 24/7. I'm not kidding. From the minute you get up until the perfume you decide to wear to bed, always smell great. And sniff a lot of perfume. It's like push-ups for your nose. I'm gonna see you again real soon, and in the meantime, stay safe.